let me just tell you something. I don't know what the deal is with like men now, but I had told him prior that I will be having pre and post date expenses, and is that okay, and are you going to cover them? I don't know if he wasn't listening or like what the deal was or whatever, but when I handed him the white envelope, he looked shocked, and he opened it and it's receipts. Hello, pre post date expenses. Hello, like what kind of females do you be dating? I handed it to him and he literally looked shocked at me and said, I can't cover this. It was $478 for pre and post date expenses. You asked me on a date, and mind you, we really didn't even have that good a conversation because he was on his phone the whole time, and I have a very strict no phone policy on dates. Hello, you're here to pay attention to me. Look at all the effort that I had to put into going on this date, and now you have a problem with pre and post date expenses?
No, I don't have a problem with that. What I have a problem with is you pretending to be something different. I had to listen to you for 1 minute and 100 words when you could have just said you're charging by the hour. Nothing to be ashamed of, it's the oldest profession in the world. But to go through all that mental gymnastic when you could have just said, hey, it's $100 and the extra is gonna cost you more, that is what I have a problem with. Oh, look, another blonde girl who's not gonna use words to express herself. I know I still don't believe in that blonde girl stereotype, but for once I appreciate her for not speaking. Why men should pay for the first date is what she said. And her excuse is that she paid for a bunch of crap that she's using on her face that no one asked her to buy and she just did it because she wanted to. And I'm just gonna skip ahead and the total is $873. Of course she didn't spend that much, because with none of the crap she bought she used the whole bottle, but sure, I would be even happier if you did spend $873 on a single day. Oh wait, should I pay for watching your video or just the date? Just the date, right? In theory, you spend a lot of money and I should pay for the date. I'm already the type of man who pays for date, but I will never be caught on a single date with you if you did spend $873 on your face for one day. I could be filthy rich and I won't take you on a date. Because entering a relationship with you, even if I were financially stable, after a month with you, I will be no longer. You're a liability for every single man you're gonna be in a relationship with.
Ladies, the more expensive, sophisticated, high maintenance, and successful you look, the more you will scare away men who are either broke, cheap, insecure, or intimidated. And that's a great thing because you don't want anyone who can't afford you.
You still say the funniest crap. Even when you do look expensive, in some cases, we can tell for sure you can't afford groceries. The way you look right now, you don't look expensive. You look like a distant relative living on the countryside that just came to visit the big city. But even still, maybe you can just define for me what it means to afford you. Just like with the first lady I posted, just name your price and we can skip all the buzzwords and all the mental gymnastics.
The court notified me that my final decree of divorce has been approved by the judge. I know that it sucks being alone. I come home and I'm alone. I go everywhere alone. I don't hardly talk to him anymore. I don't blame him. I filed for the divorce. So I'm sure people are wondering, well, you filed. Why are you so upset? Why are you crying? Just because you make a decision that you think is going to end up making things better doesn't mean that you have to give up the fact that you love that person or that you did it because you were trying or whatever. I've never met anybody like him. And I've never loved anybody like him either. But I don't want a divorce. I still am very much in love with my husband.
Ex-husband, because you filed for divorce. You're so still in love with him and you still file for divorce. You're now crying he's not talking to you anymore? Did you really thought you're gonna be best friends, or what exactly went through your head? You made a decision thinking it's gonna make things better in some weird way that only existed in your head, and now you realize it didn't? The art of negotiation says in order to be able to negotiate, you need to be able to live from the negotiations. You tried that on your ex, you wanted something from him, you threatened him that you're gonna leave. He called your bluff and now you're crying you're not best friends anymore. I think this would be a perfect time for congratulations, you played yourself. Okay, let me read this first. Man, if DNA confirms the baby is not yours, it doesn't change the fact that you must take responsibility of the baby. Women go through a lot in marriages and women deserves better. Oh gee, I wonder if she's talking about herself, the one that posted that tweet.
All right, fellas, so the best advice that I can give some of y'all, especially to the young ones out here, the late teens, early 20s. I know you see that girl that you like, that you just thinking, dang, I know she bad. If I could just get some time with her. Don't do it. Don't do it, fellas. Because I promise you, there are a lot more young ladies out here who think like this one than you would believe. And at the end of the day, it doesn't even matter if a judge would side with logic and reason or with that, because you're still going to have to go through that process. Like having to co-parent with somebody who thinks like this, or laying down with somebody who ends up pregnant, whether it's yours or not, apparently, who really believes that regardless of their own wrongdoing, regardless of what they've done, that you still owe them something.
I will never again partner with a man who's not willing to spend money on me. That is my God honest truth.
I really like this creator. I think she's brilliant. I'm going to tell you guys about the ways that that man is going to show that he doesn't like you in the relationship because he cannot provide for you financially or does not want to provide for you financially.
Yeah, the first one it said I need to provide to her financially from the beginning. And obviously you have no problem with that because you also think just because we're dating or we've been on a couple of dates, I just need to throw money your way. Your video was almost 4 minutes long. So once again, just name your price and I get to decide if I'm willing to pay or not. I don't need to listen to you for 4 minutes to reach the same conclusion. You're a working girl charging by the hour. That is pretty much the definition when you have one thing to offer and you're charging for it.
When I was in my reckless era of life, specifically for second year of college, whenever a guy would make me mad, like, for example, be like, oh, I'm not taking you to my formal, I'm taking Sally Mae instead. I'd be like, okay, cool. And then I'd go online and Google anonymous STD text. And I'd ensure that he gets an anonymous text saying, congratulations, you have scabies.
Yeah, but if he never touched you, he knew he doesn't have anything. This your hero, ladies? The girl just taking a stroll through the cemetery? This who you're listening to now? 53,000 likes on this video to the girl hiking through the cemetery? Everyone is an idol, I guess, and you found yours.
Bear, 100 times over bear. I would never want to be alone in the woods with a man. Bear, all day. Men are terrible. This motherfucker that unalived 2 women in 2019 brutally enters the chat. Oh my gosh, he's so fascinating. What is that little windmill tattoo on his face? Ooh. Oh, he's a white. Oh, I can fix him. Ugh. Tatted zaddy vibes. You sound stupid. Shut up.
They won't and they are. But in their defense, when the guy showed up in court, he was wearing a nice suit and I think he's 6'2". I'm only 5'8", so that means I'm trash. And also in their defense, it only makes sense for them to choose the bear over me because doing what that guy did, it's not one of my main hobbies. And yes, I've seen some of those comments in a different video and they're just as disgusting as you might think. Starting with, well, yeah, but he's 6'2", going to, well, I don't think he's that bad, all the way up to, I would let him do anything to me. And again, I'm trash. But anyway, I'm done for today. As always, I do hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe and I will see you in the next one.